Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be talking about a little saying that we hear a lot, and it's a bit of a bugbear if I'm really honest. It's that dogs will just simply grow out of it. It gets used as an excuse for the behaviour at the time by a lot of people, and quite often it isn't even going to be the case. There's a few reasons for that. One, dogs practice what they're good at, and whatever they're doing, they're practicing and going to get better at it. So if your dog is jumping up, for example, and is constantly getting rewarded for it, it isn't going to grow out of it. It's going to learn to jump up more and more and more as time goes on. And as that dog gets bigger, you may end up obviously handling it differently, maybe reprimanding it for something that you could have just really nicely trained out of it earlier. Excessive play with other dogs is another one, where we set them up to fail by playing roughly and then expecting the other dogs to reprimand them. That's just going to cause fear, and the dog didn't grow out of it. It learned to be scared of other dogs. So setting your dog up for a win and a healthy play style is what's going to benefit that dog best, rather than us just going, oh shit, yeah, it'll grow out of it. It's got to learn the hard way. It doesn't have to learn the hard way. Your dog's behaviour and what it gets exposed to is your responsibility. Set it up for a win and teach it, and it will learn new behaviours if you train them. As a rule of thumb, when we're training dogs, we've got to be teaching them what it is we would like, spending the time and investing that time to actually train the dog what we'd like from them in different scenarios. Whereas unfortunately, so many of us put emphasis on what we don't want to see, take them in, wait for them to fuck it up, and then reprimand them, which is just shit way of learning, shit way of teaching, and a quick way to break your relationship and you down, and your confidence of your dog down, and you being demoralised, always looking for the next fuck up of your dog, rather than being proactive and teaching. The only real thing that happens, consequently, when the dog does finally learn what happened, was it got older. So I suppose, yeah, in one way it grew out of it, but not in the way that you're thinking about it. What happens is it's learning via consequences, and it can learn a hell of a lot faster if we set it up for a win in the first place.